From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. As hurricanes, floods, wildfires, and other extreme weather events disrupt more families, Sesame Workshop is expanding its efforts to help young children understand what is happening, prepare for emergencies, and cope with what comes afterward. The nonprofit behind Sesame Street has launched a new extreme weather response initiative, beginning with the new special, Storm on Sesame Street. The initiative, supported by the PSEG Foundation, also includes educational resources designed to help families before, during, and after extreme weather events. Sesame Workshop said the materials include videos, updated family guides, activities, a new storybook, and Sesame Care Kits for families displaced by disasters. For Rosia Galarza, Vice President of U.S. Educational Programs at Sesame Workshop, the work begins with listening to families. Sesame Workshop's efforts to help children through disasters and grief are not new. Back in 2001, Sesame Street hosted a series of episodes where Big Bird was part of the experience of a hurricane. That storyline, Sesame Street Gets Through a Storm, returned after major disasters including Hurricane Katrina in 2005 and Superstorm Sandy in 2012. In the episodes, Big Bird's nest is destroyed by a hurricane before his neighbors help rebuild it. Galarza said that set of episodes were used again and again, and for Hurricane Sandy, for Katrina, there were a lot of people requesting to post it because they saw that it was important. Well, today, we realized that the requests and the information that we were disseminating around emergencies were really popular for a reason. The new initiative comes as Sesame Workshop cites research showing children born in 2020 are projected to experience 2 to 7 times as many extreme weather events as those born in 1960. The organization also said 64% of parents surveyed nationally reported experiencing at least one extreme weather event during the previous 2 years, and 78% of parents who experienced extreme weather worried about its impact on their children. The result is a broader collection of resources that addresses both general emergency preparedness and specific hazards. These strategies include different types of weather events, including tornadoes, wildfires, and flooding. The resources emphasize helping children understand an emergency without overwhelming them, finding ways to manage difficult emotions and giving children age-appropriate ways to participate in preparedness and recovery. Sesame Workshop's online resources also offer guidance for caregivers on maintaining routines, recognizing signs of stress, and taking care of themselves. Children can also have a role in what their families do before and after a disaster. Galarza said, "You also have strategies where children can be part of either the preparedness activities that parents are doing or the response activities they're rebuilding. We talk about the little actions that children can do to be part of that rebuilding." The initiative also addresses caregivers, recognizing that children often take cues from the adults around them. Galarza said that helps children so much when they model those self-care strategies. That need can become especially difficult when extreme weather brings loss of life. Galarza recalled the deadly flooding in the Texas Hill Country and the deaths of young campers, saying Sesame Workshop heard quickly from local partners looking for resources to help families. Our PBS stations and some of the local partners that we have contacted us immediately. What information can we give? What materials can we give? Galarza went on to say that by that time, we actually had some of the materials and we sent them the materials. I don't think that they were posted yet, but it was a moment where the community needed to come together. And so we did. Galarza said disasters involving children can make already difficult conversations even harder for parents. There was a natural link in what Sesame Street already offers for grief resources and extreme weather. She said, "These events are happening more often, and they're getting harder to explain to children, particularly when there are casualties, and the casualties are children themselves." Storm on Sesame Street approaches those difficult subjects through a familiar setting and characters. Elmo and his friends prepare for a storm, learn ways to calm themselves when they are frightened, and then confront a changed neighborhood after the storm passes. Celebrity guests Post Malone and Michelle Buteau appear in the special. Elmo and his friends prepare a go kit for the storm, and then after the storm, the focus shifts towards helping others through small acts of kindness. Galarza said one thing that we wanted to highlight more, particularly in this initiative, is all the resilience and all of the strength that we see in these communities as they go through all of these difficult events, and reminding them that children are resilient too. Storm on Sesame Street premiered on Netflix and PBS Kids on August 3rd, and will be available on YouTube on September 25th. That's all for now. You can find regional forecasts and science-based articles at AccuWeather.com, and you can stay weather aware with the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. I'll be back tomorrow with more from AccuWeather.